Question 24 is God really in control? This is a question on a playlist called 50 Hot Potato Questions for Christians. So is God really in control? It says in Scripture that Satan has become the God of this world, and Satan's will seems to happen often in the world. It can cause a lot of pain in victims to say that God is in control. One example I heard a Bible teacher share is a family were killed when a drunk driver crashed his motor vehicle into theirs, and the family were being laid to rest, and the pastor in that instance said that that God was in control, and this accident happened in His will. And you can imagine how the people thought. There's many bad things that happen in the world that God is not in control of. He's given mankind free will. He's given men the ability to choose, and that started in the Garden of Eve, Garden of Eden, and mankind has been choosing bad choices ever since the garden. All the abuse that happens in this world, all the slave trafficking and sexual abuse and rape and murder that happens in this world isn't controlled by God. God does not control the evil things that mankind does, and so it can be a misconception of some believers, some Christians who believe that God is in control. God is sovereign, and He's understanding of things, and He's full of wisdom and mercy and grace. He's got some wonderful attributes, but He's not in control of what goes on earth, and mankind really upsets Him and really disappoints Him. If God was in control even of the Christian church, Christians would be obeying His Son. His Son, Jesus, had 50 commands. He had 50 things that He told believers to do, and not more than 2% of Christians actually obey what He taught. Jesus taught a narrow way, a way that was difficult, a way of obedience that was hard to adhere to, and the Christian church don't obey Him, and the world would be in a better state if the Christian church, if individual Christians obeyed him, but they don't. And God isn't even in control of his church. People who are meant to be pleasing him, people who are meant to be obeying him, people who are meant to be doing what he ordered in the Bible. And so if the Christian church aren't obedient, if the followers of God don't actually follow God, what state does that leave the rest of the world in? So God is not in control. He's not even in control of his own church. And it can really hurt people who are suffering already in this life through debilitating illness and hardship. It can really offend and hurt people to say that God is in control, because when a person is suffering hardship, suffering in their bodies, the worst thing they can think of is that God has organized their pain and God's in control of their pain. That's a very hurtful thing for them to hear, and for them to have to acknowledge if you are forceful in your belief that God is in control. So God is not in control. He has desires, and he has wants, and he has things that he wants mankind to achieve. But he is a gentleman, and he allows mankind to have free will, and for them to determine what they actually do with their lives in different situations. I pray that this has informed you and encouraged you.